Hey everyone, right day, green day, 157% gains on a single day. Traded two stocks, but the majority of that came from one stock. There was a little bit of disappointment along the way, but in the main, fantastic day's trading. We got one of those what I like to call easy traders, a parabolic stock that just setups were clean, the pattern breakouts were predictable. It was just a great stock to trade throughout the course of the whole day. So we saw this move up pre-market. We jumped in. It was about 7:45 market time, so about 12:45 my time, and we never looked back. We Actually, that's not strictly true. We did look back because we got 22,000 up with about an hour into the market, and I accidentally tripled my size, took a big size, and I've been configuring my hotkeys over the weekend, playing around with my hotkey configuration script for the weekend, and didn't test it pre-market before I started trading. When I needed to exit fast and my hotkeys didn't work, my panic button on my hotkeys didn't work, I lost $12,000. We were 22,000 up and I lost 12,000. Now everybody in the stream's kind of thinking, say, because I was live on stream when this happened, and everybody's in the live stream thinking, oh, telling me that still a great day, $10,000, and it is. Target myself. My goal at the beginning of this year was to gain $5,000 a day. So to have doubled that goal, it's a fantastic day. It's a fantastic day's trading. But we've gone from 22 to 10,000. To me, didn't sit right. I was frustrated. I was annoyed with myself because it could have been avoided. It should have been avoided. And, issues like that can happen. So I went away, gathered myself, took about an hour away from the market, a couple of hours away from the markets, had something to eat, and then came back and started trading again. And traded the stock where we managed to make over $1,000 with that as well. And we traded NKTX or Carter again. And not only were we able, across the course of the day, we racked up a few commissions, granted, but slow and steady, we managed to claw that $12,000 and then some back again. We finished the day $23,000 up trade profit and loss. We're $21,000 up net. So what I'd like to just kind of highlight here is on the 8th of April, we had $4,200 in the account. $4,200 in the account. That's 11 trading days ago. So in 11 trading days, we've gone from 4,200 to, when it settles, over $50,000, nearly $55,000. That's a phenomenal gain. $50,000 of profit in 11 trading days from a small account. Now, I'm kind of kicking myself because I'm thinking to myself, where would I be now on the account if we hadn't had that big drawdown in that first couple of days? And the swift answer to that is a damn sight better than we are now. But we're profitable. We're very profitable based on today's results. And that's a great thing. Well, I'm going to kind of skim over the trades just shortly. But before I do that, remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And come join us live when we trade live every morning, 90 minutes to an hour to 90 minutes before the market opens. Join us live every single day because we trade live every single trading day. We've got another 4 trading days left of the month. Another 4 days like this, and I will be absolutely stoked. Now, days like this don't come along very often, so I'm not expecting that. But another 4 profitable days will be. So, without further ado, let's look at the trades. Okay, so the trades. NKTX or NKTX was moving up. It was gapping up pre-market on right biopharma news. I'm not going to go into the details of the biopharma news because I barely understand it myself. But it originally moved up fairly sharp, and then had this huge pullback. Then it started to consolidate. We've got what would I look as a mini double bottom. We got this little W shape, if you will, and that's where I got in. So the break of this W shape, that's where I took the first trade. It did pull back, but I held because I was looking for a move up towards the V. When it got to the VWAP, I actually had this pullback. So then I added for the breakout of the next candle to make a new high after the pullback, and that didn't really. So I didn't get the double top, the double bottom breakout. Fully realized this kind of almost bull flag, if you will, didn't materialize, and then we got another one here, didn't materialize. Then we added more down at this stage because on the 5 minute chart, if we look at the 5 minute chart, it looked like a cup and handle, um, very very much like a cup and handle setup. So we had this move up, and then we looked at, and then we got the breakout of the cup and handle. That's why I added to the position there. So it was like three different setups. The first two didn't break out, and then the third one did. We started to take profits, and we added for the break of the VWAP. It didn't materialize. So again, we waited for that reconsolidation before it then moved up. We started then to trade it, and we missed this initial move up. I don't recall what I was doing. The ideal scenario here is that we would have got in here for this doji, and I called this out. I was actually talking live on stream at the time. I called out this doji, the change in sentiment from the pullback on the VWAP. The VWAP bounce, and the next candle to make a new high. Great entry point would have been there, 11.57. Failing that, first pullback, another entry point would have been there just on the run up to the break of the whole dollar of $12. So then we actually got in here, got this first pullback here, and this went against us. So we're out at this stage. We took a position here for the break of highs, break of $13, the whole dollar level. So we actually got out there for a small loss. But then on the move back up, we looked to where we got in here, and then we started to ride this momentum. This is really what set us up for the day. Pretty much for the rest of the day, we've got continued momentum all the way up. And we then stopped out here at $15 on the way back down. We'd made quite a consistent amount at this stage, and we were watching some key significant levels. We made this opening range at the open. It pulled back towards the VWAP. I didn't mind the pullback and the consolidation before the open, so it's not quite as extended. So now I was looking for good volume to move up and break highs. So we had this initial move up. It didn't hold, didn't sustain, so then it pulled back towards the VWAP. And then on the way up, we actually entered a position. I think it was a 2,500 share position, and it then pulled back and all the way back. So very quick pullback. We doubled down on our position, which as you can see here, and we rode the bounce back up. So we took profits up here, and up here at $0.75 level, 72. It did start to pull back, so we exited. We were still holding a small portion, and we exited the position here for break even. We followed this all the way down, the pullback, and then the next candle to make a new high was here. That's where we entered, and it went all the way up. We didn't take profits, but did get out here for a small profit. On the next candle to make a new high was here, and that's where we started to make some more. So we entered there and rode it up for a profit, took off most of our position. We were still holding a small piece, but when it came back down and pulled back, that's when we exited. And this was kind of paramount for the day. And we continued to trade this like this, up and down, up until got to a point where here we were, and we'd entered here. We were holding all the way through this position. We even had the halt up here, and then we started. We took some profits. We moved up, added to the position. We took a little bit of profit there. Then we added to the position on the way back up. We were intending to add 5,000 shares here, the break and the move up. Instead, we added 15,000. So at this stage, we were going through the consolidation, and we had 15,000 share position. Started to pull back. So I looked for my emergency panic button, which sells all shares at market and kills all orders. And it didn't work on my hotkeys, at which point we flushed. So I sold the majority of the position, and I actually sold more. I kind of double tapped selling 10,000 shares. So I actually sold 20,000 shares, which sent me short. Which then we made on this bounce. We covered here, so we actually made $600 and a short position on the way down. We exited that position, as I say, we covered, and then we bought back in for the move back up. We made a little bit of profit there, and at this stage, we were, instead of $22,000 up, which we were up here, we were $10,000 up. So we lost $12,000, and that was a bit frustrating. So we kind of finished the stream there, and we came back, and we bought in a little position there. It went against us, so we exited, and then we looked to actually get in. So we waited for the break of the VWAP. We've seen that it's testing the VWAP as resistance. We got in the break of the VWAP. We rode it up and started taking profits, and this is where we started our comeback track. So this was just after 11 o'clock market time. This is where we started our comeback trail. I think we exited the position there. Then we moved on to VERU, VERU. Come to that in just a second. And we traded VERU for a profit of $1,000. Then we came back for power hour. We came back at just after I'd been for the walk of the dog, not power hour. But took the dog for a walk, and then I came back, started trading here, got some profits up here and here. Then we took some down here, entered a position for the bounce on the move up. It didn't quite break out, so we were looking at this huge pullback that we weren't in, thankfully. Then we looked for the next candle to make a new high, which was here. We added to our position, and we were just consolidating. What we found was that $16 was a magic level today for this particular stock. Very important level. We held through this consolidation, and on the way back up, we took some profits here. We added and took profits there, so we're kind of just locking in profits. We were locking in profits here, and then moving the average cost up. And as we pull back the average cost here, we just exited our position. So I kind of went away and had some dinner then, and came back for power hour. So power hour came back just after 2 p.m. market time, so about 7 p.m. my time, and we saw this move up. So we were waiting for a clean entry. I actually recorded this as well, so I've got this. I can show the recording if necessary. But we got the pullback, and then we were looking for the move up. So we got a move up here. We entered here for the break of 16. Again, key level. As I say, we've seen the $16 level across the whole afternoon was very important. So we looked for the bounce in the break of 16, took some profits there, rode it up. We added and took profits up here at 1650s, and then we took some final profits at 1633. So we were waiting for some good positions to actually get in. We made a bit of a loss on this position. We were looking to break highs. Small position. It didn't really affect us too much, and we exited when it pulled back on us. And it actually started on the 5 minute. It was a good setup on the 5 minute. So it was a bull flag on the 5 minutes. So that's when we entered here. We rode this up, and we started then taking profits pretty much for the rest of the session. We got profits here and here, adding to our position, more profits up here, getting back into the position here, and it was just an easy. It just seemed like it was an easy stock to trade. We were even holding 2,500 shares into the close. It then flushed, so we exited the position here, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to. It flushed all the way down, so I'm going to try and get in for a bounce. So I got in for a bounce, and it went up to 1830s and then pulled back. So that's when we did the position. Then I closed. I was actually streaming live on YouTube and TikTok and Twitch, and I closed the stream just after I exited this position. And then we started to see this move up. We got an influx of volume. This is after hours. This is in the close session, and we got this bull flag set up. But as we broke the next candle to make a new high, as I like to say, you hear me keep saying that. I entered another 5,000 shares. I just bought 5,000 shares there. We got filled, and it took a while for us to actually get filled on that one, actually. But it was a strange old one. We got filled. We rode it all the way up for at least, I think it was 50-cent move, 60-cent move. We added to our position, moving the average cost up. So we added to our position. So it was still 2,500 on, 2,500 off, maintains the 2,500 average. We moved up to 5,000 and took 2,500 off. It went up to $20, at which point it was rejected. At that stage, I was like, okay, break even, $19, and we exit. And what we did, we got stopped out for break even on the remaining 2,500, and we finished the day on that particular stock over 21,000 trade profit. Trade profit. Forget the loss. We did trade VERU earlier in the day. So VERU, we saw this moving up. It passed the 12.50 $half level. We could have got in here, and we probably should have got in here, but we missed our entry. So we waited for the break of $13. Next pullback after that. So the pullback from that, it went below $13 just briefly. We entered here for first candle to break new highs, which was this one. We took profits up here, and as it pulled back, we took more profits at 1320s. It started to move back up again, so we added to our position, and we exited the position down here as it looked to break these lows. We had this support level at 1313. It looked to break that, so I just kind of cut for a small loss. As it moved up, I wanted to see if we could got this key level of 1350. So we've got tap 1350 here, and rejected just prior to 1350. So I wanted to see it break 1350 as a resistance level, and so that's what I was waiting for. Break 1350, entered the position there, and we took profits up here and down here, and we added to the position back here. It didn't go our way, so we exited the position here at just under 1370. All in all, we went from about 2,500 up at one stage. So when we were up here, we were about 2,500 up. Then kind of lost. We added to the position, so we gave back a little bit on VERU, not as much as we gave back on NKTX, but we gave back a little bit. So all in all, a good day's trading. $23,000 in a single day. We started off with $33,000 in our equity position, which basically was $212. It was $212 green on the month, because we managed to get green on Friday, just barely on the month. But the fact that we're now over $20,000 green, $21,000 green, is testament to where we've come from. I mean, the fact we've managed to make $50,000 off a $4,000 account in 11 trading days just goes to show how well we have been trading, even though we haven't felt it. So, yeah, it's been an interesting period for the last couple of weeks. We were trading badly at the beginning of the month, and we've completely turned it around. I'm happy with the trading day. So, if you've enjoyed the stream, remember to like and follow, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Come join us and watch us trade live tomorrow. See you soon.